I thought I would unearth a movie that is all but lost unless you seek it out via the UK release. That was one of the late Michael Madsen's own personal favorites.
It's a great boxing picture. I stopped smoking, I stopped drinking. I trained for 3 months. I was supposed to be a prize fighter.
I'm talking about Strength and Honor from 2007. This one-off from first-time director, writer, producer Mark Mahan is a passion project from all intensive purposes, being just the one and only picture he made.
I'd just like to thank the Holy Father, as he knows real men only come along once every 2,000 years.
It was shelved after premiering at Cannes by the Weinstein Company.
But that movie never came out. It was another one of my Weinstein problems. Harvey Weinstein didn't want to have a distribution of it.
We follow Sean Keller, played by Michael Madsen, who's an Irish-American mechanic in Cork, Ireland, and used to be a prize fighter, who's sworn off boxing after a tragic accident in the ring that killed his brother-in-law. With his wife since passed away, he's dealt with another unfortunate hand.
He may live for another 12 to 18 months.
By way of his only son, Mikey, being diagnosed with a heart condition, requiring a £250,000 operation, which can only happen if he flies the youngster to Los Angeles. Push comes to shove when Sean is forced to break a promise he made to his late wife, re-entering the brutal world of bare-knuckle boxing among Ireland's traveler community, competing in the King Puck tournament. This is a cliched tale we've seen many times before in movies, especially underdog boxing pictures. I'm a sucker for these, frankly any boxing movie, especially the ones no one ever seems to remember.
How many rounds? Fight till one goes down and can't get up.
Just to name a few. These all had a pretty straightforward story. Unfortunately, Strength and Honor, at least in the beginning, is overly convoluted and dragging, causing myself to work overtime in figuring out who several key players are in association with Sean's character. His mother-in-law, for example, after receiving his son's dire news, he pays her a visit. There was obvious tension between himself and his deceased wife's family, but it's only played out in this one scene between them, which feels lackluster with no real emotional tie-in. Later, when he levels up to take on Smasher O'Driscoll, played by the brood with steel jaw Vinnie Jones, the father-in-law happens to show up and coax Sean on in the final moments.
Do it for the young lad, for all of us.
Whom we've never met or set up any relation with. It wasn't until the final scene in the film that I had even figured out who this guy even was. Veteran actor Richard Chamberlain, who's Sean's mentor and trainer, takes him back under his wing to train him for the puck fight.
Oh, cramping and tramping. None of it goes in here now. Come on, come on.
Chamberlain is by no means in the same league as Mickey.
But don't you ever come back here again, because I'm too old to waste my time trying to train a no-good loser like you.
I don't think any movie trainer could reach that mantle. But he's adequate, even if his accent is over-exaggeraed.
Oh, enough of the gob exercise. Work some of the other muscles in your bodies. Come on!
Vinnie Jones, on the other hand, brings the dynamite to this story, interjecting the lightning that is needed to keep this film in the square circle. His brash bravado reminds me a little of Mr. T.
Dead meat.
Patrick Bergin makes an appearance as one who's in charge of the travelers.
No, I am here on official camp business.
And eventually supports Sean to represent him in the puck. My money lies squarely on performances from Gail Fitzpatrick, who plays Mammy.
That little boy is dying. His poor father's lost everything. And he'll probably lose his little angel as well.
She delivers some of the most impactful and tearful scenes, along with her son, who's a young boxer and fellow trainer to Sean, Michael Rawley, who plays Chaser.
Nice to meet you, boss. So, when are you going to learn me how to fight, boss?
I'm gonna give this one a 6.5 out of 10 tentacles for the added performances.
But Strength and Honor, it's over. No one's ever heard of it. No one ever saw it. You can't revitalize it now and bring it back to, it's impossible.
The fight scenes are well enough shot with their visceral feel. It's not perfect by any means. As far as Madsen's performance, he's Madsen.
I'm sorry.
You're always sorry, boss. I don't know what for. It's not your fault.
But there is something compelling about its earnestness. His training and boxing skills are actually quite good for an old-timer. Regardless, I hope it eventually ends up on streaming, at least for Madsen's final wish. There are some very impactful performances all around to keep you hooked, just not enough for a knockout punch. So, if you can find it, it's worth a watch. If nothing else, to see lost performances of actors who are no longer on this side of the grass. Until next time. Thank you to our YouTube members and everyone out there for your continued support. And Hail Cthulhu!